Okay, I'm not going to dance around with the intro of this video, mainly because I just kind of, well, feel like it's necessary to just get straight to the point. So yes, yesterday, I had released my Fox Mafia video, and overall, it was, I will in fact safely admit, I will just readily admit, it was definitely a little bit rushed. I feel like I probably could have actually gotten a lot more information, probably could have asked for a lot more clarifications, considering I had a few lines of communication with someone who honestly had a lot more information on hand than even I did, and honestly, I will gladly hold my L on some of that. In fact, the very person in question here, North, did in fact leave a comment on that video clarifying pretty much a lot of the things that I ended up getting completely fucking wrong in regards to the Fox Mafia video. Again, I will readily admit that it was rushed. No, I'm not going to take down the video, mainly because, well, this video wouldn't make sense without it, and of course just for the sake of transparency and honesty. Again, like I said within that video, I will gladly hold myself to account if someone actually bothers to call me out on anything that I happen to get wrong. And of course, if I end up realizing that even I had fucked up on something before anyone bothers to call me out, I would gladly admit to my faults there as well. I have pinned that comment, and of course, well, people are able to see it if they decide to scroll through those comments. And I'll go over some of those clarifications very briefly here and just kind of go over some of the things and my own personal thoughts on that. Again, you can always go back to that video in order to read the comment for yourself if you want things a little bit more in depth. First things first, of course, is my mention of, well, Vlad apparently doubling down within his response to me. It wasn't really a double down, it was more or less just him, you know, just confirming that he apparently has this kind of content and has been doing this for quite some fucking time. Which, again, doesn't really justify fucking anything. And, yeah. I mean, the explanation, apparently, of, like, Vlad's overall trolling method, which is apparently, like, trying to get people mad over the fact that the folder exists instead of the actual content. I really don't know the explanation. I would gladly love someone to try and explain to me how that makes sense, but, you know, I just feel like I should at least bring that up just in case anyone could explain it to me, and hopefully not be a dick about explaining it. I want an amicable conversation, not just some random mud-flinging contest. Another thing is apparently Gallagher wasn't the one that actually raided Queen Seraphina's server, and apparently it was someone from Queen Seraphina's server who actually raided a Gilded server with similar content, and it was someone else from Vlad's server who decided to go in and just, you know, fight fire with fire, if you will. So, yeah, pretty much in regards to, you know, me stating that Gallagher was the one that raided the server, I am genuinely fucking sorry that I completely got all that screwed up. It was some other fuckwit that apparently did it. You had, I guess, no hand in actually raiding the server. I apologize for getting that wrong. I apologize for, you know, spreading misinformation about that one. I will, in fact, clear your name right here and right now and just completely clear all that up. Gladly clear his name. He did not raid the server, and apparently it was someone in Queen Seraphina's server who thought it was a brilliant idea to raid Vlad's server with similar content. Does it justify the retaliation of using similar content? Fuck no, it does not. In fact, all I will say is that it at least downgrades the raid from just being straight up malicious to being petty and childlike. Like, it's just kind of stupid at the end of the day. Why the fuck would you do that, and why would you think that that was a good idea? It just comes across as, again, it just comes across as childish at the end of the day. Doesn't justify the raid, it doesn't, and overall, it doesn't really make either side look very good at the end of the day. Both sides end up losing regardless. Of course, another thing, and it wasn't just North that brought this to my attention, but it was also someone else who brought this to my attention, my good friend York, who pretty much brought up the fact that apparently it's not illegal everywhere in the United States to have possession of such material as well as distribute it using whatever methods necessary. And apparently within Vlad's state it is not illegal to possess it. Again, it still doesn't justify the possession of such content if he even does have such content, and if he doesn't, then why in the fuck would he try and, like, walk around and claim that he does? I really have no idea. It is just overall genuinely fucking confusing, but whatever, I guess. All I really have to say in regards to that one is, what the fuck is wrong with this country? Why is it not illegal? Apparently even Vlad himself agrees that it should be illegal in his state for him to actually own and distribute such content. Again, it still doesn't exactly justify possessing it or saving it for whatever use you plan to use it for. And overall, it just leads to even more confusion on my end, because why would you think it should be illegal but still use the argument of, you know what, never mind, we're just going to move on. And then finally, apparently Cedric didn't do all the work when it actually comes to the Zarkalo thing. In fact, he basically did next to no work other than just writing the fucking thread. Apparently it was actually North that apparently did all the fucking work. And North was also the one behind, Kaz bringing up someone saying that the predator hunting thing that he was doing was ultimately going to be his ultimate undoing. So fucking Chad North over here, apparently being the one behind uncovering the many misdeeds of an absolutely disgusting pin collector, as well as being the one to potentially scare Kaz in the first place, as well as be the inspiration for the title of that video. So I'll give props where it's fucking due, okay? Anyways, just kind of wanted to get all that out of the way, just kind of wanted to clear things up and clear the air. From here on out, it's just going to be, business as usual, just regular content as usual, unless something criminally stupid ends up crossing my doorstep again, in which case I will obviously try to cover that if I feel it necessary. Overall, I just kind of wanted to be done with the entire Fox Mafia stuff. I mainly just didn't want to be associated with them anymore in any way humanly possible, and again, I genuinely do not want to be associated with them, considering just how disgusting they all genuinely are, and the kinds of people that they have decided to associate with in the past. It doesn't really fucking, change anything. Screw those idiots. But, yeah, that's basically it. I'm not gonna do my regular outro, you get the point. Fucking whatever. Have yourselves a nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.